Howdy everyone, Shannon Spini here. For my MARP project, I was going to do a couple things on Google, but instead I'm going to show you guys about Kahoot, since there happens to be a few other ones about Google already. In my classroom, I have plenty of kiddos who are, whether general ed, mod severe, mild to moderate, come in and want to interact and be a part of everyday life situations. We do cover educational backgrounds as far as the core subjects with math and English. However, a lot of our kiddos focus in this program around vocational skills and life skills. Regardless, anyone and everyone in their classrooms, outside of their classrooms, are able to fully function and access Kahoot online. Kahoot is a program that was made to make learning awesome. Basically, in this classroom or another classroom on campus, or even our sister classroom over in China, we are able to interact with them and make Kahoot quizzes and programs and projects and fun games that we can both go at together. A lot of my students have a hard time writing or making sure that they stay within the line or fill in the bubble, or can even hold a pencil or even type at that matter. However, with Kahoot, I'm able to put their finals or their reviews online, and we are able to do as a class session or as an individual session from anywhere, anytime, the test online, and we make it fun. It's almost like an updated Jeopardy or How to Be a Millionaire kind of situation. So, going to Google, you just type in Kahoot, and you pop up with Kahoot.com. We would normally sign in, however, if you're a new user, go ahead and sign up. Alrighty? So, signing in, I have a life skills presentation. So looking at these, I'm able to create a new quiz if I would like to, and since we just covered our cooking unit and different utensils that we use, I would want to go in and make a quiz saying, posting pictures, this utensil is what? And I would post a picture of it, and I would have 4 choices they may choose from. If I didn't want to do that, I could go in and just do a discussion and say, for more of my advanced kiddos, to go on, I would give them an essential question of a sort, and they would have to answer it any and every way. A lot of times I don't count spelling. However, any classroom can do any rules whatsoever according to the teacher, whoever puts it together and creates it. Or I can do a survey. When we cooked, what was your favorite thing that we learned how to cook? Or we can do a brand new game and search online and see what to do. Regardless, if I didn't want to do any of this, as I mentioned before, I could search online and come up with my own Kahoot or with someone else's Kahoot and use it as well. A lot of times when we have downtime, whether the majority of my kids are in speech or occupational therapy or somewhere at PE or not, I'm able to log into Kahoot and be like, all right guys, get out your Chromebooks, get out your iPads, your smartphones, anything. They can download the app or they can go straight on it from the internet, and they can join the same game that we were all joining together. Let me show you. Perfect. Okay, so I was gonna do cooking, but instead I remember we just did safety signs, so let me show you the safety signs one. We went over with our life skills or vocational skills, whichever way you want to put it, at the fact that when you go anywhere and everywhere in the community, you do see signs everywhere. So in order to make sure that they pass that final, I gave them their safety signs Kahoot final. I did allow them to work in groups through part of the final, and then I had them work individually with the other part of the final. And then seeing their scores at the end was literally how we graded them on their finals. As you saw, I just clicked whether it could be a single 1-by-1 mode against one another, or it could be a team player, okay? This awesome music. So I'm now logging into the Kahoot, and I tell all of my students and whoever else is gonna participate to please enter this code into their devices. I have one kiddo that I cannot show you that's gonna enter their code into their Kahoot on their Chromebooks. Here comes APU. Oh, way to join us, Keegs. And Spini logged in, nice. So now that I see that I have 3 players logged in, ready to go to our Kahoot, I'm gonna click, let's go ahead and start. We have 10 questions, are you ready? Yes, I will read it to them, but on their screens, they're not gonna see the words. They're only gonna see the 4 colors to choose from. What does this sign mean? Do not smile, no smoking, do not smell, or no kidding. Hurry guys, choose, ready, set, go. Oh, we have all 3 answers. It stopped in the amount of time. 3 of them got it right with no smoking. Good job, guys. So now, in order to, like I said, how I grade them, I'm gonna click next. And depending on how quickly they answer it, they're gonna have different There we go. See, they're gonna have different scores. So we have Spini, Keegs, and APU. You have 775, 750, 723. So like I mentioned before, when I go through and I issue these Kahoots and I am grading them, I can tell how quickly they answered in the order in which it was received, as well as grade them on the percentage of how many they got correct. So the next question I'm gonna pop up, I'm gonna get one of the Chromebooks, show you guys what it looks like on their end, and have one of them get it wrong, and show you guys the difference on how I can grade them. What does this sign mean? No right turn, please left turn. Please right turn, no left turn. On their end, they only have the 4 choices to choose from. So they choose quickly, they do their thing, boom, all 3 of them got it in the amount of time given. However, one of them got it wrong, 2 of them got it right. Does it show me which ones they got incorrect? No, because then it shows everyone else who got it wrong or who got it right. We don't want that to happen. We want to just keep going, make it fun, make sure they're getting something out of this. So now I'm looking at our points. Keegs, APU, Spini. They have all the different points, whether they answered it first, second, third, incorrectly, correctly. It'll keep a tally of how many points they get. So we can keep going. But I'm gonna hold off a little bit. What I wanna do is I wanna show you guys a little more. Coming back to Kahoot, I want to go more into depth as to what it is and how it's free and accessible for everyone for any ages. From kindergarten, preschool, we're able to do this with our touchscreen on their iPads, since it's literally just matching the colors. As well as even in our staff meetings, we've used this a couple of times, and we've gone over our different surveys after we do our essential questions workshops. And it's a matter of there's a question on there and we answer the survey and it's at random. We can also share it to other classes or other schools, and then they send their feedback back to us. And yes, you can do it on Google Forms, but why not do it a little bit more fun in the learning environment for our kiddos? A lot of my kiddos do have difficulty being able to write smooth and clearly or press hard down enough to get their answers in a bubble or on a line. But Kahoot, I'm able to see just as well if they know their knowledge. That's what I'm grading them on. I'm not grading them on how well their penmanship is or their grammar, because a lot of times in my classroom, that's something that just is not a factor with us. It's a matter of how much they're gaining and comprehending. As I mentioned, you can create all kinds of different ones. You can create anyone from the life skills, like we just had the safety signs or the cooking unit, as well as history. Some people have actually known there's a couple CSET ones on here to study for as well. When you play, as I mentioned before, you can play anywhere, anytime. Yes, you should do it in a group setting, therefore you have everyone in one class, but they can still do it individually from their own devices. The biggest thing for me with Kahoot in my class is that we are so into this technology era right now. We are trying to integrate technology into the learning environment. Therefore, when my school is told that I'm unable to tell my kiddos they have to bring in pencils or paper or anything like that, I have to provide their own supplies, well, we're all trying to save money. So when a district provides every single one of my students with a Chromebook, why not get a program that's educational and fun at the same time and allow them to individually hook on and complete the assignment? Here we go. So with the Google Docs and the apps that we've been seeing, now we're looking at our Chromebooks and we see that, hey, here's a little Kahoot game. I can do it as a warm-up, I can do it as a daily quiz, I can do it as a final. I can do it pretty much anytime, anywhere with any subject and include every single one of my students, whether they are verbal or nonverbal, whether they have the motor functions to click on the keys, they can just point with the buttons, they can do their eye gaze products. There's all kinds of different things, which is why Kahoot is so huge in my classroom. And the fact that it's free and it makes them interact and be engaged in their Chromebooks as well as with the rest of the class, and they see it as a whole, it's just a one-for-one. I'm loving it. I'm all about it. So let me know what you guys think about Kahoot, and if you make a quiz or a fun game, shoot me an email, send me the code, and let's log on and we'll try to shoot it out too. All right? One more thing. If you need any help with Kahoot, they have the direct resource for the help and support link. It's very self-explanatory when it comes to creating the games, but since you want to kind of do a little bit of a mix up here or now, or learn something different on how to share it with other people that you don't know, or make it public or make it private, you are able to go onto the help link, and that was something that really did save us in the beginning when we first started to learn how to use the Kahoot program. So get your Kahoot on. Have fun, guys.